And we are recording. Welcome everyone. This is your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. First of all, this channel is proudly sponsored by Detri Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop role-playing game where you play as monster girls experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have recently released Daughters of Lamb. This is a pay-what-you-want tabletop RPG where you get to play as cybernetic nuns with guns, looking for the missing pieces of their AI god. You will find it in their website. The link will be in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by the Red Room Publishing. Please check out their store for exclusive tabletop RPG products and check out their recent release, Final Frontier. This is a streamlined sci-fi tabletop RPG where you get to explore space for justice, for profit, for both. You will find it in their website. The link will be in the description and in the pinned comment as well. Today we're continuing the Traveler Secrets of the Ancients campaign. Of course, we have Josh, but also Miguel from Red Room Publishing. And welcome, Josh. Welcome, Miguel. What do you think about the factions that you have met when you arrived to Alel and everybody was asking about the will of Glenn Beckett?
There's a lot of them, apparently. These guys have plenty of enemies around.
Yeah, I feel like we're the outcast to say the least. I'm not sure we're super welcome here.
Yeah.
And do you think that your current companions, Rao and Arisa, are to be trusted?
Yeah.
I
I don't
think,
think so. Maybe Raw.
yeah, I think Rao. Didn't your character have some type of ties to her? Or am I
Yeah,
mistaken? At some
we
point,
have an acquaintance in common.
acquaintance. Okay.
But
Friend
the
of a
other one,
friend.
yeah, friend of a
The
friend.
widow.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yes, yes. And for those of you watching this video, if you haven't seen the other parts of the campaign, please check out the playlist in the description. Just a small summary. They are looking for Glenn Beckett's will because they have inherited the belongings that are legal according to Regina, but in Alel it's very different. And the will that is the has the official stamp of Alel is missing. So in order to sort things out, and because they are a bit under scrutiny by the forces of the law, because everybody is suspecting everyone that somebody has stolen the wheel, or where is the wheel, where is it located. So Yuri and Trenton decided to take matters into their own hands, went into the jungle, into the last location where Glenn was spotted, and their ship malfunctioned due to the technology of the ancients. Their devices malfunctioned, they went down. So they are exploring the jungle, but they ended up in an area that mutated and turned into quicksand. And so it begins. Trenton, Yuri, Arisa, and Rao are sinking slowly in the zone of quicksand as they are surrounded by vegetation, trees, and some fallen parts of trees as well, roots, large roots, and the bark is floating around. The quicksand is sticky and it is unnatural based on Trenton's and Yuri's own experience with other quicksand zones.
I start surveying around me nervously as I stick into this substance, trying to see if I see any brush or limbs overhead.
Yeah.
Trenton notices immediately that there is not a single branch or root that is close enough.
Oh shit, you're dead.
This doesn't look good.
Hmm.
Rao exclaims, this is my first time. in such a predicament. Does anybody have any ideas?
I don't think I have any kind of object that could help us, like a rope or something. I don't have any like that, anything like that.
I reach behind my ear, click my comms. Simon! Simon!
Simon comes through, but the communication is distorted, and you can only hear. But cry. It's very strange. I feel as if I am being pulled into and the communication ends.
That might not be a go. Yuri, you got anything?
No, no ideas.
Arisa
Re-
says, do you have a rope or a similar tool or something to get us out of here?
Nope. No grappling hooks. No, nothing like that.
Do you still have the mister handy? Maybe try spraying it. Who knows?
Mr. Handy?
Arisa exclaims, do you mean the Mr. Weapons? What
Yeah.
are you talking about?
Yes, yes. It wasn't no good about keeping the enemies away. Maybe it'll dissolve some of this. I have no clue.
Well, I can try it. I start spraying it.
Easily enough, it is accomplished, but it has no effect whatsoever on the quicksand.
Useless weapon.
I try to keep my hands above me and slowly pull against the force of the stickiness and maneuver.
Trenton must roll strength, just strength.
Oof. 2.
Trenton suffers endurance damage as he almost badly sprains a muscle during the struggle.
Trenton yells out, "Ah!" And he just falls to the ground.
And Trenton suddenly starts thinking in third person about himself, but he quickly recovers. Rouse claims, it looks like there is a branch just above me, but it's too high for me. If only, it's like 1 meter above me, but it's too far away.
We could try to lift her a bit, maybe?
Arisa speaks. That sounds like a good idea. You should try it, but I'm too far away from her.
Okay. Let's try it, Trenton.
You guys will have to carry on without me. I don't have the energy to continue.
Okay, I try to lift her up.
Yuri must roll strength first to get close enough to her.
Yeah. Never mind. I rolled a 3.
Yuri suffers a point of endurance damage as he struggles against the quicksand that is now obviously having an almost constricting effect upon everyone. Arisa yells, "Ah! It feels as if it's going to devour us. I don't know much about quicksand, but I don't think this is normal quicksand."
Super quicksand. I can't move, so
Arisa exclaims, "Well, here is a crazy idea. I don't know if it will work. In fact, it may even end up impaling Rao, but perhaps we could shoot at the branch to see if it falls down and use it as some sort of leverage or bridge to get us out of here.
Why not? Let's do it.
Rao speaks. Well, I had no weapons on my person. I was, because I'm a pilot, I'm a regular here. I'm always checked for firearms. I don't have any weapons. Do you have something? Trenton, didn't you use a weapon against those creatures that attacked us?
I did. I pull my revolver from the trench coat and begin firing up into the tree.
Trenton must roll the relevant characteristic and skill.
6.
The shot misses completely. The aim is too far away from the section of the tree that needs to be impacted. But one of the bullets does impact the branch and it falls down. But as it falls, it impales Rao through the collarbone, killing her. And Rao stops moving. Arisa screams, "Oh my god! No! No!" But everybody notices that the branch has now fallen at an angle, providing a makeshift banister or tool to provide support.
I try to make way towards the branch itself.
Part of the branch is close enough to Trenton. Trenton must roll strength with advantage, 3 dice. Discard the lowest roll.
10.
Trenton now has a solid grip on the branch. Part of the branch is also sufficiently close to Yuri and Arisa.
I try to grab to the branch.
Yuri must roll strength with advantage, 3 dice. Discard the low die.
I rolled an 8.
And so Yuri makes it across and is now holding on to the branch. After wiping away her tears, Arisa also begins making her way towards the branch, just barely taking hold of it and pulling herself closer. We're making it.
I try to grab Yuri's hand and pull him towards me.
It is easily accomplished. And now both Yuri and Trenton are firmly secured, and Arisa is also using the branch to pull her close.
I just survey the ground around me to see if I see a solid section.
Just less than a meter close to the branch, there is an area of solid ground.
I steady myself and try to push off towards that section.
It is an easy check. Trenton must roll with advantage.
10.
Trenton has finally reached solid ground.
Over here, Yuri.
I followed Trenton.
With advantage.
I rolled a 5.
Yuri isn't able to make it, as he is still struggling with the branches. The part where Yuri is at is completely within the foliage, the leaves, and the branches that extend from the main branch. But Arisa pulls out a tool, a device that resembles a saw with a gun, and tells Yuri, "Hold on, I can cut some of these branches to assist you."
Thanks.
Yes, you see, the branches are removed, and now Yuri can reattempt the task with advantage.
7.
And Yuri makes it across towards Trenton. And Arisa, after struggling for a few seconds, manages to make it to the solid ground. Ah, that was horrible. Poor Rao. If only she could have made it with us.
Quite unfortunate. This whole scenario keeps getting worse and worse. I have half a mind to try to backtrack and see what happened to the squire, Yuri.
This has been a really bad situation. Worse than people shooting at us.
Indeed.
Arisa speaks. Yes, it is a difficult situation because we have the security forces probably after us after using the firearm not only once but twice. And there is also the wildlife to contend with. And we flew such a deep distance into the jungle. I don't know what to do anymore.
Well, I vote for just pushing on until the security forces engage, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I guess it's probably better.
I
Let's
have
get
to warn you. It is well known that Aleo's security forces are quite the fanatics when it comes to protecting the environment. It is so common to hear about the people that were breaking the law in the jungles that ended up dead because they resisted or something else happened to them. But I suspect that the security forces take their chances to eliminate those that broke the law.
What? Even if we don't resist, they will shoot us anyway.
I cannot confirm it, but it is my suspicion.
Hmm.
Okay.
I take my pistol out again and begin reloading it.
And so it is done. And just as the quicksand manifested a few minutes ago, it turns to solid ground, but in the process, swallowing Rao whole, pulling her into the ground. And everything is now solid once more.
Would have been useful to dispose of bodies back in the day.
Yeah.
I will try to guide you in the direction we were following, but we have to be ready for anything. I did not count on such changes to the environment happening.
That's a first for me. I'll make sure to stay back a good ways in case the security force sweeps in quickly to make sure you're safe, of course.
That is a good idea. Please, Yuri, Trenton, follow me carefully.
Okay.
Arisa once more begins to carefully advance, switching into a professional attitude that seems very strange from the typical Arisa that you have come to know in the previous situations. As you continue through the jungle and without suffering any further hazards, Arisa motions for the both of you to stop with her left hand, her arm extended, and she speaks. Just there, near the trees, I can see bones.
I look in that direction.
Yuri must roll either intellect or education plus reckon.
Nine.
It is quite clear for Yuri that the bundle, the objects that Arisa is pointing at, is actually a complete human skeleton with pieces of a tattered uniform torn to shreds, obviously by the marks of predators. The individual has been dead for a long time. But Yuri, at this distance, also spots marks of gunfire on the ribcage.
I move closer to the body and inspect the remains.
Yuri can easily tell that from what is left of an insignia that this was an Imperial agent. The dark blue color of what remains of the uniform is clear enough that he was a member of a special ops division. And it is confirmed that this man was gunned down. The predators ate the body after the individual was dead.
I search him for anything that might be useful.
Nothing useful was found whatsoever. The body was stripped completely.
Well, I hope that the same doesn't happen to us.
What do you mean, Yuri?
He was gunned down and then eaten by something, whatever.
Arisa approaches, and the moment she looks at the Imperial insignia, Yuri must roll either intellect or education,
Uh,
and any skill that is related to psychology or understanding human nature can be anything related to science or leadership or profession.
we roll a 10.
Yuri notices for a brief instant that when Arisa looked at the remains of the Imperial insignia, her face turned deadly serious. And then she turned to her normal expression of wonder and awe.
I look at Teresa. Um, Tell me, what scared you or whatever it was when you looked at the body?
Arisa is taken aback as she breathes in briskly and speaks. I was just thinking, if an Imperial agent was gunned down, what is going to happen to us? I am not as trained as them.
Well, you don't seem that badly trained. You have been behaving like a professional.
Yes, when I was little, I used to wander off into the wilderness in my grandparents' farm, and that's how I became a bit more used to the natural environment. But when it comes to matters of shooting, gunning down, I get very nervous.
Hmm. Yeah. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. I'm not good with guns either, and I don't have a gun anyway, so
Trenton must roll intellect plus reckon.
7.
For a moment, Trenton thought that he heard something, but the nature of the sound, it sounded vaguely like wildlife, not mechanical. Sounded organic, but when it comes to the direction or the nature of the sound, Trenton cannot tell.
Guys, did you hear that?
What?
I
I
swear.
didn't hear anything.
I try to concentrate and survey the surroundings.
Yuri can hear nothing but silence.
I swing my duffel bag around in front of me and remove my goggles and place them upon my head. I turn on the infrared and begin looking, sweeping the area.
Trenton must roll either intellect or education plus reckon with advantage. Roll 3 dice. Discard the
10.
lowest. For a brief instant, just to his right, close to Yuri and Arisa, Trenton saw the flash of something moving quickly on top of the tree branches and disappearing immediately.
I grab Yuri's shoulder and pull him in towards me. There's something in the trees. I'm not sure what it is, but it's moving quick. I think they're onto us. Let's disperse.
Arisa speaks. I'll try to hide behind some of the trees. You go on ahead. Let's. I recommend that we search the area for a little while.
Fair enough. I turn my back to her and begin pacing forward slowly, trying to keep my senses ready.
Both Trenton and Yuri must roll initiative, either intellect or dexterity.
4.
I roll a 5.
Before anyone can act, Arisa yells, "Watch out!" And she runs as fast as possible behind the largest tree. As both Trenton and Yuri see a creature that resembles a black gorilla with dark tentacles projecting out of his torso. It swings down and throws a tentacle at both Trenton and Yuri. Trenton and Yuri realize that they can take action to try to dodge, but it would have a penalty, a consequence with any other action taken.
I dodge.
I leap towards the closest tree to me.
The tentacle shooting towards Yuri fails completely, misses as it impacts a rock close to him, and Yuri is able to avoid. The other tentacle that is making its way towards Trenton also misses completely. And now Yuri can take action.
I want to avoid him as much as possible.
Yuri misses his action thinking about what he wants to do. And then Trenton can take action.
I take my feet and try to stay close to the tree, watching for the beast as it approaches.
Trenton does just that. The creature turns towards Trenton and begins jumping towards him. All of the tentacles extended, shooting out. Due to his position, Trenton manages to dodge all of the tentacles, and Yuri is in an advantageous position the creature showing its back completely towards him. Yuri can now take action.
I jump towards it. Yes.
Yuri is now completely on the creature, and the tentacles on the back shoot towards Yuri like spears. They miss their mark as the momentum of Yuri's jump is too fast, too sudden for them. And now Trenton can take action.
I place the barrel of my revolver into the beast's gut and just begin squeezing the trigger repeatedly.
Trenton must roll the relevant characteristic and skill with advantage.
$13.
Trenton must roll damage.
$7.
The creature howls and roars, but with berserker rage begins flailing the tentacles around. One of the tentacles impacts Yuri. Yuri takes 2 points of damage. This is reduced by armor if there is any. The other tentacle misses Trenton completely. And from a distance, you hear a discharge, sounding like a laser weapon, impacting the creature on its side. The smell of burning fur and flesh infests the area. And now Yuri can take action.
I want to stab it with the knife.
Yuri misses his chance to act as he thinks about wanting to do something. And now Trenton can take action.
I quickly fill into my duffel bag on side pocket and remove a cylinder. Try to place it in the creature's jaws.
Trenton must roll dexterity with advantage. It is an easy task.
Be 13.
It is easily done, and Trenton can take an additional action due to how fast the action was carried out.
I set off the charge for the smoke grenade.
And so it is done, and once more, both of you hear a discharge, a shot coming from the side. A laser impacts the beast as it howls once more, and you can see that Arisa is holding a small tube, firing at the beast, and yells, "Get out of there, come on!" Yuri can take action now.
I stab it.
Yuri must roll with advantage. Any characteristic and skill relevant to the situation.
I rolled a 10.
Roll damage.
Uh, 8.
Blood pours out in great quantities as Yuri stabs the beast and it slumps down. The tentacles stop moving. Now that the tentacles have completely remain in a stationary way, there are 6 tentacles in total. The creature collapses and stops moving completely. It is dead.
I lean my hand against the tree and begin to just draw deep breaths, trying to recuperate.
Arisa drops the tube and immediately yells, "Ah! We made it! I was so scared. I found that weapon nearby. Maybe it used to belong to the Imperial agent."
Maybe. But now I don't think we are going to survive this jungle. If more of these things come,
It's not looking good for the home team, Yuri.
no, 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 no.
Good work, though, putting them surgical skills to the test. I'm impressed.
Yeah, the problem is you have to be too close to the thing.
Arisa approaches the corpse and speaks. "I am no expert in wildlife, but this looks like the Maleficent. These
Oh, yeah.
beasts are usually the ones dominating an entire zone. So this means that other predators were probably keeping their distance from this horrible monster."
Well, we should use that to our advantage and figure out what we need to do and then get out of here.
It is a difficult thing to consider. If only the creature was still alive, we could perhaps we could have followed it and remain safe from the other predators. But at the same time, the creature was obviously hunting us down.
Well, Arissa, do you have any idea what direction we need to go for this will of yours?
Well, if we were to trust the information that was given to us by that cult that was pointing in this zone, and as I was just speaking with Rao during our trek, we should be pretty close to the area. After all, we found that other structure that you said that it was some sort of security system. But I wonder, this beast smells so bad. Perhaps if we were to rub the a bit of the blood of this thing on our bodies, perhaps we could trick others into thinking that the creature was still alive and moving about.
Okay.
It's a solid idea. I'll look down at my trench coat, currently soaked. I think I'm covered already, thanks to Yuri's handiwork.
And like I said, I'm no expert. It could also be that we attract the other predators due to the blood, but it's the only thing that I can think of.
So it's either going to be better or worse.
Yeah. Whatever.
I don't want to be the only one covered, so come on, guys.
No, I'll rub some blood on me.
I'll do it too. Oof.
As
Well,
they're bathing, I reload my revolver yet again.
And so it is done. Follow me once more, carefully. I'll try to do my best.
I whisper to Yuri, I'm not sure our best is going to be good enough, partner.
Yeah. It's looking really, really dire.
You continue your way, and Arisa, after 5 minutes of walking, she stops dead in her tracks and exclaims, "There is a structure. It looks like some sort of cabin covered in vines, but it is a very large cabin. Look." She points towards what could have easily been mistaken for a natural mound, but it is indeed a large cabin, a single story wooden cabin, completely choked, ensnared in vines and vegetation.
I start walking towards the cabin.
Yuri easily makes his way closer to the cabin and confirms that it is a cabin, but The exterior looks off, as if the wooden exterior has been artificially built. The wood looks completely artificial.
I look for a way inside.
Yuri must roll either education or intellect plus reckon.
I roll a 5.
The only way in that Yuri sees is the main entrance. That is obviously made to appear as if the entire cabin is made of wood, but it is completely artificial. And Arisa exclaims, "Ah, it looks like where where is Trenton? Trenton, where are you? Oh, there he is. Trenton, don't go wandering away on your own. Trenton, can
Oh, I
you?
heard-
It looks like you were wandering a bit too far away from the cabin."
Yes, indeed.
Yuri was taking a look at it. What do you think about this cabin, Yuri?
It looks strange, but I guess we can try to get inside.
Sounds like a good idea. Can't be any worse than what we're dealing with out here.
Yep.
Arisa moves closer to the cabin and touches the wall. It's so strange. This is not wood. This is made to
Well,
resemble wood, but
yeah.
it feels almost like plastic or something.
Yes, that's why I said it was strange. Very artificial. But
Hmm.
The door is closed, but I wonder if it's locked. And Arisa tries to open it. I can't open it. Do you have any sorts of like lock picking devices or skill or something?
not really, no.
I walk the perimeter around the house or cabin.
Trenton must roll either intellect or education plus reckon.
8.
Trenton notices just to the side of the cabin a small hatch on the wall of the cabin.
You guys keep trying the door. It looks like there may be another entrance. I'll let you know if I can open it.
All right.
I proceed to examine the hatch.
Trenton realizes that there is a small, almost imperceptible pad with numbers to enter a combination. In the meantime, Arisa tells Yuri, maybe we could try shooting the door to open it.
Yeah. Try your weapon.
Oh, I dropped it. It was out of charges. I tried shooting at the beast a few more times just to make sure, and it was out of charges.
Well, I don't have a weapon.
Oh no. Arisa moves towards Trenton. Trenton, I think we could try shooting the front entrance. Did you find anything?
As I walk back around the corner, no, I don't think that's going to be a bust too. We'll have to have a code to get into that access point.
Is there any way to figure out the code or something? Because I can only think of those two things, using some sort of weapon to open the front entrance or perhaps figure out the code in some way.
Let me take a better look at the front door. Maybe we'll just try that.
All right.
I walk to the front door, pull my revolver, and just looking around the handle itself.
The handle looks quite modern, but by Trenton's estimation, probably easy enough to destroy with a weapon.
I shield my eyes and lean to the side, begin to fire a couple of rounds into it.
The surface of the structure blows away, and the door swings inside, revealing a high-tech installation. The floor, the ceiling, everything covered in metal. But there are also bookshelves. There's a computer and various other crates and containers inside. Arisa peeks around and exclaims, "This is very different from your usual cabin, don't you think?"
Mm-hmm. Very different. I look at the
Seemed
book.
like might have Lynn's name written all over it.
It looks like Yuri was going to attempt something. What is your plan, Yuri?
Uh, I just want to look at those books there.
Wait, Arisa steps in front. Maybe
What?
it's not very safe to
Rick?
step inside. What if there is some sort of security mechanism or something? Hold on
Yeah.
just a minute.
That's a
I
good
have just the thing. I got it from a merchant. She pulls out a small square, puts it on the ground, presses a button on it, waits for a few seconds, and she exclaims, "I think we should be clear."
I follow Yuri over to the bookshelves.
The bookshelves have many books, all of them covering all sorts of subjects and topics related to the ancient civilization. But one of the books looks different when compared to the others. It is the only one that has no topic covering the ancients, no mysteries of the ancients, biology of the ancients. This book instead reads, "Armed and Ready."
I pick it up.
As Yuri pulls it, a panel to the side, close to the computer, slides upwards, revealing weaponry. The spoiler one in the Discord can be revealed. The spoiler, case by case, spoilers, spoiler one on the Discord. You can see a monoblade, a large tool of battle with very thin filaments on each side. There is also a personal defense laser mounted on the wall where the panel was revealed. And there is also a small cardboard box inside. Will you look at that?
This place is full of goodies.
What is that cardboard box? It looks very suspicious.
Maybe you should open it. Tell us.
Here goes. Arisa approaches the cardboard box, opens it, and finds several folders. Each folder containing a set of identifications. As Arisa turns around and shows it to you. Look, there are many IDs, all sorts of credentials and cards, and they all have the photo of Glenn.
At least we know we're in the right place.
Yes, but look, they are all different IDs, many different numbers and names. Wait a minute, this name sounds familiar. Take a look at this. It's like a credential, but it reads. No, no way. It has the photo of Glenn, but it reads Ben Yasha.
Ah, well, what do you know?
Isn't he
Glenn
like
was full of
that
surprises.
criminal?
Looks like your husband was into a little bit more than just you, huh?
Yes, but I don't understand. Ben Yasha was Glenn all along.
Yeah, I can't help you with that one. That's a that's a lot to chew on there.
Both Trenton and Yuri's com devices come to life with the sound of Simon. The static breaks away. Ah, I finally managed to break through. Trenton, Yuri, it is very strange. I am
Good to hear.
no longer in the squire. I am somewhere else, and I don't know where I am.
What does that mean?
I got pulled away into some. I think I'm in another vehicle.
Well,
Do you have any optics you can look at your surroundings? Any
No,
coordinates, maybe?
if I were to be human, it would be quite terrifying. This is the first experience for an AI such as me. This is I'm not sure where exactly I am. It seems to be some sort of spaceship, but I got pulled from the Esquire. I couldn't do anything, and I have no intel whatsoever.
Do you have control over the systems of this ship?
No, it is horrible. The closest thing to a human experience would be paralyzed.
I see. Well, it is good to hear from you. Hopefully, you can keep communications open. We've been going through quite hell.
What did you? Where are you? What did you discover?
Here, let me try to transmute. I'll send you the coordinates where we're at.
Uh, I'll try to. I can use your coordinates. It looks like we are in the same place.
but this is not a spaceship at all.
No, I should be somewhere, but it feels like I am certain it is a spaceship. I cannot explain it in human terms, but yes, I am in a vehicle. I must be somewhere there. But did you find anything of importance or useful?
There's the computer.
Ah,
Maybe, maybe you are. I don't know. Perhaps buried under this place.
hmm. Can you perhaps try something? And the communication is cut off.
I look at the computer.
It is an older model, but Yuri is perfectly capable of operating the computer.
I look for some uh, kind of operation, some kind of operation that operates the place itself. Gates to
Yuri
open.
must roll either intellect or education plus electronics computers.
I rolled 10.
The system is difficult to navigate as there are many security protocols that need to be surpassed. but he does find a photo in the computer of the statuette that was contained in the package placed inside your ship. The statuette of the column like structure with wings. Arisa speaks. Yuri, did you find something?
I point at the screen. There's a picture here.
But
Do you
why
know
would.
this?
No, I've never seen it. What is that?
Well, I don't know.
As they're looking at the computer, I just begin to walk through the cabin looking for any other rooms.
Trenton must roll either intellect or education plus reckon.
8.
Trenton notices that there is only a bed and several boxes with papers, but he notices a cylindrical and long object, almost the size of a small child, but very thin, wrapped in a white sheet, just to the corner of one of the of the rooms of the room with the boxes.
I go to investigate the cylindrical object and get a better look at it.
As Trenton approaches the object, he realizes that it is a staff-like or scepter type of object wrapped up in with a sheet.
I take the staff and just sit on the bed as Yuri works on the computer.
Trenton realizes that the sheet is fastened with tape, wrapping the scepter completely.
I unwrap it as I sit on the bed.
Now Trenton can see that the scepter is a half-meter long staff of greenish stone material, and it is suspiciously warm to the touch. It has markings reminiscent of drawing glyphs, the descendants of the ancients.
Well, we got some more antiques floating around through here. Check this out. I toss it to Yuri.
Looks cool. Interesting.
Arisa speaks. Yuri, were you able to surpass or overcome these security measures in the computer?
Not yet, but I can try to do that.
Yuri is absolutely sure that it is beyond his current skill.
That's... So I tell. Yeah, not really, no.
Arisa looks at Trenton. Trenton, do you think you can do something about this?
I can take a look. I walk over and look over Yuri's shoulder, just judging if there's anything that I can help him with at this point.
Trenton must roll either intellect or education plus electronics computer.
2.
Trenton is completely clueless as to how to overcome the protocols of the computer or anything that could be of use. Arisa moves to the side, opens one of the containers, and yells in a combination of surprise and happiness. Wow! 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 Look, it is the wheel of Blen. The wheel, finally. Let me take a closer look. Well, Blan leaves everything to the Beckett family with the exception of his ship, which is left to Trenton Faust and Yuri Sarkov.
Hmm. Well, I guess we get something out of this whole deal then, huh, Yuri? And you found what you wanted, Arissa, so far a win-win.
Well, yes, but now, as his widow, it doesn't exactly say, well, I am a Beckett, I am officially a Beckett, I should be receiving something, yes, of course. But now, it reads here that Blan wanted to be buried as whole as possible, the body free from any mutilation, in a non metallic coffin, no more than 2 meters underground.
Hmm.
But please tell me, Yuri Trenton, did you have any sort of dealings with the that criminal Ben Yasha? It looks like you recognize the name.
Well, back on Regina, he just seemed to be prolific. He was everywhere, so from what we understood, he was calling the shots.
But he was calling the shots while Blend was dead?
Yeah. Apparently. Oh shit, he's still alive.
Could be.
But Blend, I saw the corpse. You brought it with you. Blend was dead.
Hmm.
I don't know. I really don't know anything anymore.
Does he have a
Maybe
twin brother?
you're someone that was made to resemble him?
What
Possibly.
exactly did you find out anything that connected Blend to Ben Yasha?
Not that I remember until now.
Yeah, that's.
How exactly did Blend die?
Hmm.
He was killed.
By who?
Hmm. I try to remember the red-headed figure's name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Trenton remember and Yuri remembers that it was Harlan, and that Harlan had apparently killed Blend by orders of Ben Yasha.
Okay, this could have been a plan. So he had someone by plastic surgery to look like him and die, and while he was taking his other identity.
Possibly. A lot of questions with no answers here. Hmm.
Yes, because did you say who killed Blend?
Guy named Harland, probably.
Because it makes no sense. It looks illogical, as if Ben or Blend or whatever Ben Blend told Harlan to kill him, to kill himself.
Yeah, it doesn't add up for sure. Of course, our sources weren't the most reliable, so
Yeah, that's true.
Let me take a look at the computer.
Be
Arisa
my
moves
guest.
closer and starts with expert maneuvers, bypassing all of the security protocols. She finds a file and she says, "Oh, this file, I don't think it's important. Let's look for something else."
Hmm?
It says intercepted messages, but it's probably something related to Blend's one of his jobs, or he was always doing weird things.
intercepted messages.
Yes, let me put that aside and I'll look for something else.
Sure, sure.
Hmm. Ah, what is this? She clicks on an icon that almost appeared out of nowhere on the screen, and a section of the floor a few meters away from the computer slides and reveals a stone staircase leading downwards. Eureka! Looks like we have another avenue for investigation.
Yeah, you open the garage. Or the bat
We-
cave.
You reunited with old Simon.
Ah, you mean your AI? Do you think he's down there?
Hopefully.
Very likely.
All right, after you, gentlemen.
I pick up the small staff and proceed down the stairs.
Yeah, I go down also.
The first moment you step on the first stone step, lights illuminate the staircase. The artificial lights have been placed to blend in with the natural tunnel carved downwards. And you can see that it has been reinforced with metal and wood in various places, but everything has been done with great elegance. As Arisa follows Yuri and Trenton, she comments, "This is very strange. The stone, it has been worked with technology beyond perhaps even the Empire's capabilities. Everything looks like a work of art. It's so elegant and efficient."
That's interesting, yes. Perhaps, well, stone, that's. The outside is plastic, the inside is stone. Maybe this was here before.
Perhaps.
Arisa speaks. "Yes, and these stone steps, they look almost like laser cut. Incredible." As you continue downwards, you can see an almost blinding light at the very bottom, at the end, about 7 minutes descending into it. "Wow, the light is so intense over there. Do you think it is safe?" Arisa speaks.
I don't know, but what do we got to lose at this point? I cautiously continue forward.
The staircase ends on a landing that is the entrance to a colossal cave. The cave is illuminated by various lights placed all over the ceiling and the walls. It is quite clearly a hangar and a large ship, much larger than the ship that you have been using so far, is revealed. It is a far trader, a triangular looking ship, but it is larger than the average far trader, with 2 points or noses, like a triangle with 2 points. It is well kept, and as you take a look at the ship, the voice of Simon can be heard. I have control. Finally, I am inside the ship. I can see you through the ship sensors. Yuri, Trenton, you're not looking very good. You look all battered and bloodied."
Yep. But you are looking better now.
"Yes,
With your physical show.
I like my new body. I can turn on the lights as well, but I can't operate any other systems. You know, I think that in human terms, it feels as if you were drugged and you're suddenly regaining the senses of your arms and legs. That's how I feel."
So you are getting used to it, I guess.
"Yes, that is true. On the side of the ship, the name Star Hunter is emblazoned near the rear engine. Trenton and Yuri can see the ceiling is actually covered in foliage, leaves, and branches. It is quite clear that the ceiling has a hole, an opening large enough for the ship to make its ascent if needed.
Very convenient. It's hard to believe this has been hidden here the whole time.
Interrupting the moment, an electronically boosted voice roars from above. Stay where you are! As three Imperial Marines in high-tech battle dress descend, obviously making their way with anti-grab belts. The three land on the hangar. In the name of Emperor Strefan Isla Alcalikoi, stay where you are. Identify yourselves.
I just raise my hands. Easy, easy. I'm Trenton Faust, and this is my partner Yuri Zarkov.
Arisa speaks. It is about time you showed up. And Arisa pulls out a gun and moves to the side of the Marines. I have been playing the bimbo all this time. It is very uncomfortable for me, an especially trained agent. Sorry, Yuri and Trenton. I have been deceiving you. I'm not even married to Glenn or Ben or whatever his name is. But it was very, very useful to be traveling with you. Now we need to understand this mystery of Glenn Beckett being Ben Yasha. The Marine at the center speaks. Captain Gand Holses of the Allah here wishes to speak to you, Mr. Faust and Mr. Sarkov. He pulls out a circular device and an hologram of an elderly, bald man with a large mustache is projected in imperial regalia with many medals. He speaks. Well, so this is the famous Yuri Sarkov and Trenton Faust that everyone is picking about. Gentlemen, you need to understand you are under suspicion of conspiracy against the Empire.
Conspiracy?
How did we get that? We didn't even want to be here. We have been
You have
brought-
connections to Glenn Beckett or Ben Yasha, as I understand it.
Most unfortunate connection, apparently. To be honest, we barely knew the man.
And
Yeah.
how can you explain that you were involved with the operations carried out in Regina? We saw you. We saw you leaving the remains of one of Ben Yasha's safe houses.
Apparently, we thought we knew him, but is not really the same person that we knew at all. Very much not the same person.
Not at all. As much as we would love to volunteer our services to help you guys figure out who this character really is and what he did, I think we just need to wash our hands of this at this junction. But
Now help me understand something. This could aid you significantly when it comes to us, considering both of you suspects of treason. But tell me, what do you think about Ben Yasha ordering his own death?
Could have been a fake.
it's very strange information to have just uncovered, but I'm not sure what I believe anymore. We can't seem to trust anyone we've run into recently.
We will have to take you in for questioning. We The communication is interrupted by another transmission. Captain, we're getting shut down. It is huge. What? What do you mean? Yes, our ships are going down like flies. There is something coming. It is enormous. The energy readings are. A sound of an explosion, and the communication is cut off. What? Hello? Quick, patch me up to the. Another communication. Captain, we are being attacked by Alel itself. We are approaching the location where suspects Trenton, Faust, and Yuri are, but we are getting destroyed by. The communication is cut off. What? Quickly mobilize all of the Marines. Have them descend upon the location where Glenn Beckett was obviously keeping a weapon of destruction against the Empire. Not what? The communication cuts off. Marines begin descending from the same hole, and the voice of Simon is heard. I have no control over this. The ship and the hangar begin to fire laser weaponry at the Marines. Many of them are gunned down. Arisa is immediately killed by one of the lasers, and the Marines, remaining 3 Marines, the first ones that landed, as the ones that are making their way are being shot down by flies, look at both Trenton and Yuri and speak. Kill them, they are obviously in league with the treacherous Glenn Beckett. Trenton and Yuri must roll initiative. Either intellect or dexterity.
I rolled a 9.
3.
Yuri can take action before anyone else. Yuri can hear Simon. I have managed to open the ship. Come inside, you'll be safer.
I run towards the entry.
Yuri easily makes his way into the ship. But the Marines fire at Trenton at the same time, while Simon is yelling, you're not killing Mr. Faust, not under my watch. And Simon begins firing at them, providing just enough cover, but their Gauss weaponry is still being shot at Trenton. One of the projectiles impacts Trenton, dealing 4 points of damage. The armor protects. And now Trenton can take action.
From the impact of the blow, I just use the momentum, spin, and start sprinting towards the ship.
And so Trenton is finally inside. The ship closes. And Simon says, I still cannot move this ship. It requires some manual assistance. Trenton, Yuri, could you please take a look at the systems and the engines?
But of course, I continue quickly sprinting through, trying to find the cockpit. And
Simon speaks. Do you see those panels on your side? If anyone could carry out a general surveillance analysis of the ship systems, please.
I'll
Yuri,
give it a shot.
Trenton must roll education plus mechanic.
4.
Oh, it's no use. We're going to be taking a bit of fire.
I give it a try.
Yes, Yuri, please move on to the power plant. and take a look at it to see if it's in working condition. Yuri must roll education plus engineering P plant, power plant.
I rolled a 15.
Yuri realizes that he can manually start the power plant. Hurry, Yuri! Are you able to start the power plant?
Yes, I do it.
And so it is done. Oh, we are taking serious damage. For a moment, Trenton was about to fall due to the ship shaking from the Imperial fire. Mr. Anybody, Trenton, Yuri, are you able to check the M drive? We are going to need it for the jump.
Okay. I can check it.
Yuri must roll education plus engineering M drive.
I rolled a 12.
Yuri realizes that he can also manually take care of the system settings so that the ship can take off.
Okay, I'll do that.
Ah, yes, Yuri, thank you. Now, Trenton, can you get on the pilot's seat?
Let me give it a shot and see what we've got going here. I hop into the chair, slinging my bag to the floor, preparing for liftoff.
The Imperial Marines are still attacking. I can almost feel that. The ship is getting damaged. Please take off. Trenton, do it as fast as possible. I have given you complete access to the controls.
I proceed to fly us out of the hangar at an accelerated rate.
Due to the systems being uncannily different from the average far trader, Trenton needs to adjust himself to the controls. Roll education plus pilot starship.
Uh, 10.
Trenton manages to take off with the Imperial Marines swarming around the ship like flies. And Trenton can easily find his way through the opening in the ceiling.
All right, guys, here we go. Hang on, Yuri.
Simon speaks. Yuri, while Trenton is piloting the ship, could you perhaps take a look at the area around us? As we make our ascent, there could be further other obstacles, ships. The wildlife could also be an obstacle.
Sure. I'll do it.
Yuri must roll intelligence plus sensor. Intellect plus sensor.
I rolled an 11.
Yuri spots an energy interference coming just from the left of the ship as it makes its ascent. The electromagnetic distortion that Yuri has sensed is close to another ship that has been identified as the Imperial ship, the Alahir. But the interference can provide a degree of cloaking or concealment to make its way, the ship's way, next to the Alahir without being detected.
I informed Simon of this.
Ah, yes, I can see it now. Oh no. I can also detect a flock of whisper hawks. Those are nasty creatures. They are like hawks, but much larger, and their wings, they are sticky. They're flying straight against the ship. It's a whole flock of them.
I quickly grab the stick and just swing it hard, trying to flip the ship into him.
Trenton must roll dexterity plus pilot.
It's 8.
Trenton flies the ship through the assault of the flak, but many of them impact the ship, causing further damage. Oh, that's smart. This is definitely not good for my new body. But we are making it. We are closer to leaving this planet thanks to Yuri's identification or sensing the electromagnetic distortion. It is still very strange to get used to this machine. It is so different from any other. I suspect that it has been modified with the technology of the ancients. 3 thumps can be heard on the top of the ship. Thump, thump, thump. And rhythmic pacing, such as footsteps, can be heard moving across the upper part of the ship.
Guess we got visitors.
Oh, what do you suggest we do, gentlemen?
What do you think, Yuri? Should we just gun it out of the atmosphere? Or...
Can you do it, Simon?
It is possible, but with these Marines, they are getting very close to the entrance hatch. Yes, there is an entrance hatch. They are getting close to it. They are going to get inside if we keep on flying, ignoring them.
Well, Simon, do you have any other defenses?
Perhaps we could either shake them off with violent maneuvers, or perhaps use the exterior cannons. I am armed with laser cannons and missiles.
All right, Yuri, if you want to try to take a few shots, I'll just start dive bombing and we'll see what happens first.
Okay.
Yuri must roll any characteristic, either intellect or dexterity or education, plus the relevant gunnery skill.
Seven.
The shots miss completely. Through the sensors, Yuri can see that there are 3 Marines, and they have just blown open the hatch. Simon speaks. Oh, that is not good. I can see that there are some emergency measures that can lock that section so that we can still make it into space. But the Marines are about to get inside.
Well, it seems like they're going to keep coming regardless. Maybe you can take over flying, Simon. It just keeps us level.
Yes, I will try. And so Trenton puts the ship in AI pilot.
Well, Yuri, this doesn't look too good for us here. I'm not sure my revolver is going to do a whole lot against their armor.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And the session ends with that cliffhanger. I was curious as to why you didn't take the weapons that were in the panel. Remember?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I thought, oh, they're going to get their hands.
I was
on the
thinking
cool
about the
weapons.
other things and the those stairs down there, and I just forgot about it.
Look, stairs.
Yeah, Trenton's a little anachronistic with all that. He likes using all the slug weapons, so that's just kind of he avoids all the technology, kind
Okay,
of his
okay.
angle. But yeah,
What do you think about the session?
Well, many things happened today.
yeah, it was nice to get out of the
The
sand.
planet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the planet in general. Well, I guess we're not even out of it yet, technically. So
But like new things were revealed, right? Like it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. Like
Yeah.
Ben Yasha ordered Harlan to kill himself. Like what?
yeah, it is
Yeah.
quite strange.
This plot is always having new twists.
And were you suspecting that Arisa was an Imperial agent?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I was suspecting something, but not that. I was just. It was strange that she knew how to do so many things, but she could be a criminal.
True.
Apparently not.
And the quicksand, I actually thought that you were going to die in the quicksand because you were getting some very bad rolls and all that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I thought the same. I think
Well,
it
that's
was
why at
the
the very.
closest.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Yuri.
No, I was just saying
Okay.
that it was the closest we were to dying. I think.
Yeah. Well, that's why I wasn't sure because you said immediately when I tried to take action, I took one more point of endurance and I was already at one, so I was assuming that was death. But
Now,
I,
remember that when you run out of, that is, when you take damage,
mhm.
you can choose which stat to allocate that.
Exactly. Well, I just
Uh-huh.
thought when you specifically called out the endurance that it had to be like that or whatnot.
No,
So,
from
okay.
now on, whenever I say endurance, remember like it's your
You can do strength or dexterity or
uh-huh.
endurance. Okay, I got you.
Or if you want me to be more specific, yeah, it's better. When I say endurance, it's going to be to your endurance. So from now on, when I say endurance, it's going to be endurance directly. But if I tell you
Okay.
like you take 3 points of damage, then you can allocate it.
Yeah, it's just the unfamiliarity with the system in general. I mean, it's not super difficult, but
I
that was
guess
kind of one
when
of
we have
those.
the opportunity for that, we'll have to be resting a lot and
We're going to be going on vacation once we get out of here.
yeah.
But now I'm also very worried about the Marines that made it inside the
Oh,
ship.
yeah. Hmm.
Might,
Open the
might be a good
airlock.
idea to search the ship to see if there are some weapons because ships usually have like some things stashed around. Could be.
Yeah, race of time at this point.
Uh huh. They could also be empty. They could also be like, oh, I look into the lockers. No, there's nothing.
True.
You wasted time looking. There's nothing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think the gorilla encounter was also a bit dangerous. Mm. And there were some really bad rolls on the part of the gorilla. He was missing a lot of the tentacle attacks. And when Yuri jumped behind the gorilla, I thought, oh, Yuri's super
I'm going
close
to
to the
die.
gorilla. He's going to die. But no, he avoided the
I
tentacle.
assumed that that was going to happen as well. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to die, but while I die, you can have an opportunity to shoot it.
Yeah, yeah.
That was definitely quick thinking.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot
And
of bad rolls in general, even on my
Yeah.
side. It's like I couldn't. Poor Trenton couldn't figure anything out this session.
and
These
Josh,
last few rolls were pretty good for me.
Good.
what was Trenton attempting to do with the when he placed like the canister inside of the mouth of the gorilla? Because you had like a plan going,
Oh,
but
it was a smoke grenade. That's why I was saying that I set the smoke grenade off or whatnot in his mouth.
so that you made like your escape or what?
Exactly. That was what the plan was or whatnot. But
Okay. Yeah,
just more
because
distraction because I thought we were going to get killed by the gorilla. Honestly.
Arisa got very lucky with that shot and managed to eliminate the gorilla, but so you couldn't carry out your plan. So I was always curious, like what? What
No.
was he doing? Okay, okay.
Yeah, I was getting kind of desperate that I was right there in front of it, and apparently all the tentacles were just nearly missing Miguel. So I don't know, tense to
Yo,
say the least.
well, that was very cool. So, any other thoughts before we wrap up this session?
Rest in peace, Rao. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And you always have to wonder, guys, did I actually miss, or is that the outcome I was shooting for? No pun intended.
It could
Yes,
be.
because Trenton is used to the what works, to keeping things, no witnesses.
That's right.
So thank you to everyone for watching this session. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the super thanks button. Like, subscribe, take a look at the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. And remember, master roleplay and you will master the game. And by the way, definitely check out Final Frontier from Red Room Publishing. Miguel designed that game. It is quite similar to Traveler in a way, but it is a bit less complicated because Traveler has some simple rolls, like just roll d6, the couple of d6. But when it comes to the health, like Josh said, you have to choose to allocate it to dexterity or strength damage, and then to your endurance. And the ship system, the ship fighting system, is much simpler in Final Frontier as well. So once again, thank you all. Have a great rest of your or day or evening or wherever you are. I'm stopping the recording in 10 seconds.